Alright guys, put on your seatbelts because the ride's about to get bumpy. Today we're going to talk about how men reward promiscuous women, but then have the audacity to turn around and judge women for being promiscuous. I got 3 bullet points here to share with you all. We love to talk about how women lack accountability, and how accountability is a woman's kryptonite. But truth be told, the modern man is not holding these women accountable today. There isn't enough real men out here doing the real work. So let's get to the first point. Number 1, when things get real, people will look out for themselves, their own self-interest, their own pleasure. The brotherhood no longer exists. It's a 1 versus 100 versus everybody. It's Battle Royale Fortnite in here. Where am I going with this? Men have no problem shooting their shot with your girl, your girlfriend, your wife. There is no common decency anymore. There is no shame anymore. There is no guilt. None of it exists anymore. Men will go shoot their shot in their DMs with a girl that's completely taken and do not feel any guilt over it. No blame, nothing. This is what's happening, right? A man today, when he sees a woman that has a man, he thinks it's a 1v1. That's the meme now. Versus a woman that's single, it's a 1 versus everybody. So when she has a man, he knows he only has to take her away from him. That's the only competitor. So what does he do? He'll like the stories, he'll start messaging her, he'll start doing anything to get in her sphere and start orbiting her. Or, let's say it's the other scenario. Let's say the girl starts sending choosing signals to the guy. As this third wheel, as this third guy, the guy outside of the relationship, you should be living by the golden rule. Rule number 1, treat others the way you would like to be treated. Because guess what? If it was your girl, you wouldn't like men approaching her. You wouldn't like men shooting their shot. Now people will go, oh, but she's a 304. He's doing you a favor. You're right. He is doing you a favor, and you will break up with that girl if you know what's right, if you have self-respect, and you're not going to reward promiscuous behavior. But that doesn't automatically mean that that guy is in the right all of a sudden and he's the hero in the story. 2 things can be true at the same time. That guy can still be hot trash, and that girl can also be hot trash. So this is what ends up happening. Men do the deed, the ones outside of the relationship, the side guy, the number 2 guy, and they go, not my problem, I'm not in the relationship, that's between them. I'm not in the relationship, and they wash their hands with it. Incorrect. Treat others the way that you would like to be treated. What you're doing is god-awful, and when it happens to you, I don't want to hear you cry. And then the cycle continues. It's a bigger issue. We're talking about a bigger problem than just that one isolated incident, because it continues to happen. And then they'll go, oh, but it could have been any man. It could have been another man. If it wasn't me, it would have been another man. But why did it have to be you? Stop playing God. You're not God. Know where you stand. Know your morals and line in the sand. The only way out of wanting a woman that's in a relationship is to have her break up, separate, divorce her current man. Once she handles that, have her get back to you. That's the only way to handle it with that kind of woman. And it'll show you if she actually has good morals and values. Because guess what? If she's willing to cheat and lie on her man for you, guess what? You're not the exception to the rule. She's going to leave you the same way that you found her. The second thing, the men that simp and pay women on OnlyFans, the men that pay the Twitch thoughts, the men that go to the simp clubs and pay for lap dances. People are paying for all of these things that reward promiscuous women. And then they wonder why. Why is it that women are starting OnlyFans? Why are women doing this? I don't understand. Get a real job. Shit, they have a real job. They're making more than me. They're making real money. The women that were born in 2005, 2006 that are now pretty much 18 years old, that are full-grown adults, they're seeing all of this stuff and it's becoming normalized. They're seeing how much money they can make. Why would they make 30K, 20K, 40K at a starter job? You know, working 8 hours, 9 hours a day, smelling like Taco Bell, when they can just do this instead. And it starts slowly. It starts with, oh no, I have an OnlyFans, but it's only for bikini pics. And that's the gateway. into the harder stuff and the harder stuff and the harder stuff. Men like to cope and go, oh wait, she starts in OnlyFans? Ha ha ha. Just you wait. You're going to be at Subway in 10 years. You're going to regret that. There's always going to be a simp there to alleviate the stress and carry her out. Always. Guaranteed. That is a cope. So why are you feeling the need to pay for these women who are making more money than you? Have you seen how much money someone like Amaranth makes? It's ridiculous. And yet men go, well, it's only $1.99. It's only $2.99. It's only $3-4. What's the problem? It's only a drop in the bucket. That logic is so twisted because it's like two things. One, I love it when people say this, but then when it comes to voting, they go, oh, why should I vote? My vote doesn't matter. It's just one vote. So then people do mental gymnastics to validate not doing one thing, but to do the other. It's still money that you're spending that you could have used towards something else, that you could have saved towards something. The money adds up every month. Or you could have given it to a different creator, someone that's actually being productive and doing something valuable with their time. To just give it to a woman that you're simping over because you think she's attractive, who's never actually going to validate you, talk to you, really do anything. Like, what is that all about? I don't understand. I don't understand why men feel the need to throw away money like this. I'll never get it. But you're not doing these women any favors. They look at you with contempt. They look at you with disgust. You're just a little pay picky to them. And somehow you still show up like, oh man, yeah, I'm going to donate to her. She's rich already. They all have money. What are you doing? It's so sad, man. How many people do this stuff every day? Thousands, hundreds of thousands of guys just donating to these women. It's disgusting, man. The number 3 thing that men do. You have the men on social media that follow, like, and comment on women's pages that they don't even personally know. They're on these pages. They're on Pokemon's Twitter going, oh, you're so beautiful, queen. Oh, you're beautiful. They're on Instagram, hard eyes, drool emojis, on women's pages that they don't even know. And you know what the women see? The women just see another simp. They know. It's just free validation and attention to them. And these men, they don't care. They have no shame. The real women that would be after these men are looking at their followers, are looking at who they're following, and they're seeing all of the women that these men are following going, this guy's a loser. Wow, what a simp. And yet these men just live blissfully unaware. They don't care, or they're just unaware. But either way, it's just more fuel to the fire of why women decide and are choosing to be promiscuous. It's more accepted today. There's no shame. There's no consequences. There's no common decency. We go, you go girl, you go start that OnlyFans. You go girl, you go do this, you go do that. Hey, whatever you think you need to do, you do it because it's your money, so go for it. There's no guilt. There's no shame. I will never support these things. I can't. It's just part of my morals and values. I understand that, number 1, I'm supporting the wrong thing. I don't want a promiscuous woman in my life. So why would I vote with my wallet for that kind of stuff? And number 2, these women do not appreciate you. They're not going to talk to you now. They're not going to actually want a connection with you. You're just one of many. It's like this weird kink that men have where they just want to give away their money to women that don't even look their way, that are stepping on them metaphorically. They look at you with contempt, but yet too many simps, man. So those are my 3 points. Let me know what y'all think down below. Later.